It was good, y'all. Fusion here, back with another video. It's me and Smurfy today. We're two-manning this conversation. Smurfy, what do you got to say to the people?
What's up, and it just has no sense of time.
Yeah, Vegas was supposed to be joining us, but he actually got on earlier than us, and then he just didn't show up. So I don't know. Maybe he'll randomly pop up, maybe not. But let's go ahead and get started. Um, Dark Souls games. We're talking about that genre of games today. Is it becoming oversaturated, or is it okay? I personally have played quite a bit of these newer Souls games, from the Jedi Survivor and the Fallen Order games, Sekiro. I haven't played Elden Ring yet, but I do know that that is like a type of game that's sort of like the. Oh, great! See, did we call it? Didn't we
Yeah,
call it?
exactly. Every
Didn't we
time.
call it?
It has to be on purpose. Unreal.
I was in a game.
Oh, and that's
I
what you
knew it.
just
That's
said.
why I knew
Oh
that. Too.
my
I knew that,
goodness.
bro. Oh my, this man does the same thing every day, every single hour of the week. Oh my, this guy has no variation.
Well, I'm not stopping the video, so we're just gonna keep
Yeah,
rolling. Vegas has joined the chat again. Okay, Vegas,
as
we're gonna
expected.
be talking about Dark Souls S games. Are they oversaturating the market, or do we not care? But like I was saying, I've played quite a bit of them. I think the appeal is the difficulty of the game, and then getting to a point where you have finally beat the game. That is a sense of satisfaction. I've played some Sekiro. I do remember getting my ass beat multiple times, and I stopped playing the game for a while. And then I started playing again, and I finally beat the first boss, and I was happy about it. You know, that's one of those things that is just a undefeating feeling, is when you finally beat something that you've been playing for a while, when you've been raging at. Personally, I rage a lot, so yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Well, actually, I didn't even say my thoughts on it. I was just talking about the game. Vegas, bro, you ruined like this whole entire thing. I was flowing into the conversation right.
You
Dude
should have
just
just kept
threw.
flowing. What you mean?
Nah, bro, you threw off my whole thing because of that damn sound.
Oh my! I just excuses.
Okay, well, why don't you talk about it then? Go ahead and
Well, this is y'all topic. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I just said okay.
Single thing to say about this. I just got nothing to say about it
Okay,
either.
Smurfy, yeah, you go ahead and
Well,
say something, and then
all
I'll
right.
piggyback off of it.
All right, I'd say that like as far as a whole, it is kind of interesting to see like usually gaming goes through fads, and of course you like it kind of goes in waves. Like right, you have like the platformers to start gaming, and then fighting games became a really big thing in the '90s, and then shooters started taking over 2000s, and then I think the most recent fad was like in like the 20 like 15s and the late teens, yeah, battle royales, which every single game that came out was a battle royale at that point. And so I think we're seeing a similar thing with the Dark Souls s games, where it's like, and this one I think is honestly, so with the battle royales ones, I thought it was kind of a negative because it every game felt they needed to have a battle royale, and every one of them did them either very similarly or it was just done poorly. And even though there's some new ideas, again, it got really old really quickly. But with Dark Souls, I feel like it's kind of different. Not in the sense that it's like, oh, every single Dark Souls game is exactly unique. They don't copy each other. It's all different. No, they do have similar elements, but they do things in a different way, where they have different elements that make the gameplay refreshing. But also, it has like that challenge that you can overcome through understanding the game and kind of just grinding out hours upon hours of content, where you could do the playthrough one time and then do it again, and it'd be a whole different feel of the game. Well, when you play in battle royales, you're probably gonna go land in the same spots. You're probably gonna get the same guns. You're gonna use the same characters for the most part, because at the end of the day, if you're not using that stuff, you're not gonna be able to win any matches. But when you play like a Dark Souls game, there are so many things you can do to achieve your goals. Some people do like no hit runs. They're doing like all fists, no weapons. There's just limitless fun with these games, and like that challenge on top of it just makes it satisfying. So I think it may be like happening more frequently, but I don't think it's a bad thing for gaming, especially when we're at a point in gaming where people get bored quickly. So they kind of need that challenge to continue to keep them playing either whether it's on Xbox or PlayStation or PC. That challenge ultimately keeps people playing their games, and that's why they're so popular, and that's why they keep getting made.
Yeah, I agree, and you know, I just noticed that there was quite a bit of them. That Wo Long game came out pretty recently, and I'm gonna keep on talking about Fallen Order, but the Fallen Order game, Bloodborne, of this new Lies of P game as well is supposed to have that sort of action in it. And personally, I have no problems with the games. I think that they are interesting. I think, just like you said, there's enough of some sort of differentiation, if that's a word. I think I just made that up, but it's enough like for me to have fun playing like the game without it being like, man, I feel like I just played this not too long ago. And I do like how you can, just like you said, Smurfy, just play it a completely different way. You can do a full dodging gameplay, a no-hit gameplay, a mage gameplay, a warrior. So that does add more like returnability to it. So that almost forces you to try different things and have a little bit more fun with it that way. But that's pretty much all I have on it. Vegas, do you want to say anything, or you are done?
I mean, it sounds like you guys are just talking about what makes these Dark Souls type games, like what's the cool aspect about it, and I honestly think they just look cool. Like the boss fights look cool, the characters look cool, the whole like scenery looks like it's a lot different than I guess other games, and the appeal of it, about you guys were right about it being a challenge for other people, is kind of the main aspect of why people play it. So I mean, I still like those games, so if people keep developers keep creating those types of games, I'm gonna still look at it because I think it's fun. So I actually like those types of games. So
okay, perfect. Well, Smurfy, what do you have to say in closing?
I think the Dark Souls games have been a kind of refresher and kind of refreshing interjection to the gaming world, as far as like from a content standpoint. Someone who I like to watch a lot of videos and gameplays, and it's very refreshing when you get to watch a game that everyone seems to really be behind and want to like commit to and learn. And so I think it's a great thing, because again, I'm so over the battle royale stuff.
Yeah.
That it got so obnoxious, and then people like FPS players, so people in Halo were mad they don't have a battle royale. I'm like, when is Halo? But then those same people is also like, oh, I want it to feel like Halo 3. Why would a BR with Halo 3 type movement work? Some of the slowest movement in gaming history would not work in a battle royale setting. And I'm not saying that, and like no game needs to have a battle royale, because there's no variation in it. It's like it's always gonna be certain guns that dictate how people play. There's always gonna be the one thing people run, or if you don't run it, you're not gonna win. Like for example, like in Warzone, there's a couple of guns. Now probably after like a couple of years with Warzone, they have enough guns where it might vary, but that takes years. But even then, there's still stuff that's like absolutely better than other guns. I can't even name like but there was a time, I think it was like at one point the M4 in the initial Warzone was just the gun to run if you wanted to win. And then you had certain landing spots that if you weren't landing at, you're not going to win the game. You're not going to have enough loot to compete with the other players. So to me, it's like the Dark Souls ones, they add such great content, and for gaming, for hype in general, it's keeping gaming alive in all reality, because I've never seen so much content for games until like a Dark Souls S kind comes out. Like when Elden Ring came out, so many people were producing content. Same with Fallen Order. Same with Remnant 2, which people have really loved and talked about. It's been one of the hardest games apparently that people have ever played, and people are trying to complete it like on the nightmare difficulty, deathless. It's just, there's so much content that it can go for months, and it does have me excited and wanting to play. I think I really want to get into Remnant 2. Really debating it, but it's just that I have 9 coming out like in the day, so I'm just not going to commit to a game right now. But when I have a free moment, I'm definitely going to be picking up at least one of them and just like grinding it out.
Yeah, dope. I would definitely try it as well. You have definitely piqued my interest. I have heard of the game, but I don't know. I never really went out and did a lot of research on it. But just from what you're saying and how a lot of people are talking about the game, it may be interesting. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys do want to see that type of stuff, like more just us playing games and just just shooting the shit. That's something that we do anyway, so that would be fun for us to do. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Thank you for subscribing. We are at last time I checked, we're at 484 as of this morning. So thank you guys, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.